Morning friends, myself Dr. Supriya Chogule, working as assistant professor in DRK College of Commerce, Kolhapur. Friends, today we are going to discuss a point that is titled as Audit of Sale of Investment. We know that friends, that investments are nothing but our money which is invested into shares, securities, certificates, etc. Investments are the assets held by an entity for earning income by way of dividends, interest, and rentals for capital appreciation or for other benefits to the investing entity. So, because of investment, we can earn income by way of dividend, interest, rentals, etc. The auditor should study and evaluate the system of internal control relating to investments to determine the nature, timing, and extent of his other audit procedure. So, before starting the audit of investment, the auditor must study and evaluate the system of internal control. Some of the features of investments. First, investments constitute a significant portion of the total assets of certain entities like banks, insurance companies, investments companies, trust, etc. In other cases, the nature, quantum, and type of investment may vary from case to case. Documentary evidence is generally available for audit verification. A detailed record of acquisition, disposal, etc. of the investment is usually maintained. The market values of investment may keep on fluctuating, while in the case of some investments, such fluctuations may not be wide. In the case of others, they may be significant. Physical location of documents of title to the investment may be different from one where the acquisition, disposal, and recording thereof take place. Many investments are readily marketable or can be converted into the cash. So friends, these are the some of the important features of investment. Investment can be purchased, acquired from the banks, insurance companies, investment companies, trust, etc. The nature type of investment is not fixed, it is changing or it is varying from one to another. Documentary evidence is easily available. Market value may fluctuate because it depends on the market status. Physical location also, it depends on where the investment have been taken place. Okay, and many investments are marketable, so it can be converted easily into the cash. These are the some of the features of investments. Now we are going to see, we know that audit process comprises of examination, vouching, internal control, verification, valuation. So therefore we are starting with the internal control. First, internal control. While conducting an examination of audit of investments, that time we have to see control over acquisition, accretion, and disposal of investment. Here we have to see that there should be proper authority for sanction, acquisition, and disposal of investments, including renunciation of rights. Second point is safeguarding the investment. The investment should be in the name of entity as far as possible. The legal requirements in this behalf, if any, should be complied with. That means to safeguard the investment, all the investment should be in the name of entity. Third point is control relating to the titles to investments. It should be ensured that in cases where the title does not pass on to the entity immediately, On acquisition, the same is transferred to the entity in due course of time, along with the benefits that might have accrued since the acquisition of the investments. And the fourth point is information controls. These controls should ensure that reliable information is available for recording acquisitions, including by way of conversion of securities, right issues, or other entitlements. Under scheme of amalgamation, acquisition, etc., accretion and disposals, and for ascertaining the market values, etc. Detailed records regarding acquisition, disposal, etc. of the investment should be maintained along with proper documentation. Now here we are going to see verification of investment. The auditor's primary objective in audit of investment is to satisfy himself as to their existence and valuation. Verification of investments may be carried out by employing following procedures. The first procedure is verification of transactions. Second is physical inspection. Third is examination of valuation and disclosure. And fourth is analytical review procedures. Payments for the purchase of shares, securities, etc. should be vouched with the broker's bought note. The actual investment can also be examined if possible. If they are purchased through bank, the bank passbook should be verified and examined. In case of new issue, letter of allotment and banker's receipt for the payment of installment should be examined. The auditor should also see that investments are purchased according to the resolution of board of directors and they are registered in the name of the company. In the case of inscribed stocks, a certificate from the bank in whose books the stock is inscribed should be examined. So these are some of the important things that the auditor has to check. Regarding or while verifying the investment, the auditor has to see that investment may consist of securities such as government bonds, shares of the company's debenture, municipal bond, etc. The auditor should take some of the steps to verify them. If the investments are many, the auditor should obtain a list of all securities held on the date of balance sheet, duly certified by responsible official. The list must contain the particulars such as the names, cost, market value, book value, rates of interest, and their due dates, tax deducted, etc. The auditor should also inspect the investment by himself, that is, physical inspection. He should keep them verified under his control until he finishes the checking of all the investments. If the securities are in the custody of trustees, the auditor should examine the trust deed. If they are lodged with the bank or other parties, the auditor should obtain their certificates indicating the total number of securities in their possession and whether they are free of charge or lien, etc. In case the securities are with the brokers, the auditor, instead of relying on the broker certificate, should personally inspect them. As regard inscribed stock, they can be verified by requesting the bank in whose books they are inscribed to confirm the fact. So these are some of the important things the auditor has to keep in his mind during the verification of investments. Now we are going to discuss about valuation. The basis of valuation of investment depend upon the purpose for which they are held. If they form part of fixed asset, as in the case of trust company, they would be valued at cost. unless there is a serious fall in the market price, in which case it would be provided for. A certificate from responsible officer of the firm about the values of the unquoted investment should also be obtained. We know that there are bases of valuation of assets. Regarding fixed assets are those which are required for use in the business to earn income. They are not purchased for resale. They are more or less permanent nature. As these assets are acquired for running the business and not for the purpose of resale, they are valued at cost price less total depreciation written off till the date of balance sheet. But regarding floating or current or circulating assets, these assets are like stock, book dates, bills receivable, short term investments are required for resale or produced for the purpose of sale or converting them into the cash. Therefore, such assets are valued at their original or historical cost or their market price, whichever is lower on the date of balance sheet. Okay, so this thing should be kept in mind while valuation of the investments. The basis of valuation of investment would depend highly on the purpose for which they are held. Okay, the next thing is that if they form a part of fixed asset, as in the case of trust company, they would be valued at cost unless there is a serious fall in their market price. So it should be remembered that they should be valued at cost unless there is a serious fall in their market price. Then, in cases where they are held as floating assets, as in the case of a finance company, they would be valued at cost or market price, whichever is lower. So this also should be remembered that if they are held as floating asset, okay, floating asset means current asset, as in the case of a finance company, they would be valued at cost or market price, whichever is lower. A certificate from responsible officer of the firm should be obtained. In no case should the auditor allow any appreciation in the value of the investment to be brought into record. Okay, so no appreciation is allowed. Today in this lecture we have discussed a detailed process of audit of investment, or we can call it as a audit of sale of investment. Auditor has to go for examination, vouching, internal control, verification, valuation, okay, and then only the auditor has to report. Thank you very much. We are going to continue our lectures tomorrow. Thank you.